All right, welcome to this. I don't know what number this is, but it's the March 4th, 2020, and this is just our weekly or monthly, is it? Cloud Native Nordics call. We don't have that much on the agenda today, or maybe we have. I see somebody is actually writing stuff to the agenda, which is awesome. So if you have anything you wanna bring up, please add it to the agenda. Otherwise, I'll just get started. And just as a small reminder, this is recorded, so don't say anything you don't want to be online on YouTube, or don't do anything on your cameras or stuff like that. But let's just get started. So the first agenda is Nordic monthly online meetup. I posted an idea in the organizers channel a couple of days ago regarding maybe setting up an online, a completely online group across the Nordics, and doing it during normal work days, just putting in, let's say 10 o'clock first Wednesday of the month or whatever, and have it as a regular meetup with 1 or 2 talks, which would be very sort of, I saw that Jessica wrote in the channel this morning as well, that it's very sort of what is happening right now is everybody is staying home and staying away from people. So online would maybe be a good idea to explore the options there. And also with the streaming setup we have going and sort of the growth of our YouTube channel, maybe this is a way to get more people to the YouTube channel and just in general to come to the Nordics, to one of the actual meetups or normal meetups. So yeah, there was a lot of discussion in there of how we could do this. So my idea was just to create a meetup.com page or something like that. But I don't know what the good solution is. We could probably do something on YouTube as well, but I don't have any experience doing that. So if you have any experience trying to do something like that, or tried or attended webinars or whatever, please share it, because it would be nice to just hear your thoughts on this. So if anybody has anything, please add it. Nothing? Is it a good idea?
I guess it requires that we had the experience with it. Right.
Yeah, but would it be something that would be that you would attend?
I actually like being there physically, even though Corona and everything. I have seen a lot of conferences done online. I had some colleagues attend them at some point. The biggest problem is that you're not really there, because there's still things happening around you in the office and stuff like that. So I guess that's the problem for me, at least. I wouldn't be focused the same way as when I go to somewhere to attend.
I would tend to agree, and if the small groups that is on the side of whatever is going on the main tracks is pretty valuable. But having said that, I have been attending a couple which have actually worked okay, but I think it requires a certain level of knowing each other before you have an open dialogue. Otherwise, people tend sort of to be a little bit reserved in what they say and what they want to ask, if you compare it to the real world.
I think from sort of a local organizer perspective, it would be a nice way to sort of see potential speakers that you could reach out to. At least that was one of the main reasons for why I sort of proposed this, because it would be nice to just have a big shelf of speakers that you could vet online in some way and bring them to your local meetup. But I totally agree that I really don't like the concept of what is going on right now with all the cancellations in the conference world, and the virtual thing. I don't think I would attend that. I don't want to sit in front of my machine watching videos for 8 hours a day and not doing the hallway tracks or anything like that, because that's actually where the value is for most of the time, in my opinion. But yeah, if that's nothing else to add to this topic, we can just move on. Don't seem like anybody wants to say something. Good. Next topic is just a decision regarding the general channel. Somebody wrote to me that they felt that there was a lot of noise in the general channel and proposed the idea of renaming it to announcements instead, just to make it more clear what that channel is for. Then there was some discussions whether or not that channel should be admins only, or if anybody should be able to post stuff in the announcement channel. There was some strong arguments that it should stay open because we are a community, everything is open, but also some sort of experiences from the Kubernetes side of things where there's a lot of stuff going on and they had to shut down the announcement channel. My opinion is that we just rename it to announcement and then keep it open so everybody can post. It would make it a lot clearer what that channel is for. It's for announcements, not just general stuff. And then all sort of questions and all of that will go to the Cloud Native channel. I think more sort of dynamically in that sense, and people will find their way to that channel. Any feelings or something like this?
My feeling, we discussed it before we started recording, but my feeling is that I don't care. I'm for whatever. I just think it's important to make it easy for newcomers to ask their questions. I think that's actually what's valuable for our Slack. I know we use it for a lot of coordination of meetups and stuff like that, but I think the value for people in Cloud Native Nordics is that we can discuss how are we doing things. For example, we had a very good discussion in general around how do you do Terraform. I think that was very valuable. I actually learned some things, learned from others' mistakes, you could say. I think that was very good.
Yeah.
So I just don't want us to kill that. And I don't know if we will kill it to make it called announcement and log it, and then you have to go somewhere else. That's hard to say. But I think it's important that people can ask questions.
Yeah. One thing we could also consider is the name Cloud Native for the channel is maybe not that saying questions or something like that, or discussions would probably be more clear what that channel is for. So that could be another way to do it.
Kasper?
Have
you counted how many announcements can we have, like in a week, in a month? Does it make sense to have a real announcements channel? So what was the original purpose of it?
Well, that's a good
compared
question.
with Kubernetes, where something like really big is happening like at least once a month or like once in a few weeks.
I think
the big events announce like releases and all that stuff. So how often will we do it in the announcement channel?
I think what the idea is with the announcement right now is so if we, for example, are doing the KCD, or not the KCD, the Kubernetes KubeCon gathering and stuff like that, and creating that channel, it would be an announcement that people should go there if they are attending. But we don't really have these big announcements or anything like that. It's more, we are doing this event here and we are meeting online for this monthly meetup. Come join if you will want to be part of the discussion. That's sort of the idea. So I think that's the type of announcement. It's more, yeah, if you want to join, you can join here, and that's probably it.
Yeah, I can share some background how it was with the Kubernetes Slack, because I was involved into the original story when we had the announcement channel in Kubernetes. So when we had the general channel in Kubernetes, and after that we renamed it to announcements and locked it down. So the reason for that only the technical limitations of Slack. So that was the only way how could we get all the people from all the Kubernetes Slack in a single channel, and it was the only way could we lock down the channel for the announcements from the admins. So you can imagine that with our scale with Kubernetes, like we have like a few hundred, not 100, but a few thousand people there. So keeping it open, it's not process will be to spam in, not convenient to follow. But there was no way to create a new announcement channel, and there was no way to. We actually could create a new announcement channel, but there was no way to automatically add everybody from Slack there. So the only way for us was to rename the existing channel. It was the general by default where everybody is joining by default. So in Slack, there are two channels that people are joining by default. It's general and random.
Yeah.
So we decided to rename general to announcements and lock it down only for the announcements from the admins. And as far as I remember, Slack only allows only that channel to be locked down only for the admins.
Okay, I think the way forward for now would be to just rename it and keep it open. And if it becomes a problem, we can just shut it down. Because by renaming it, we still have the option to shut it down if it is a problem.
Yeah. The only suggestion that I can give to you is to explicitly state in the purpose of the channel that it's only for the announcements, like no big threads, no major discussions. So I respect all the discussions about Terraform that Rasmus mentioned, but probably we have to create another channel for the similar discussions where people can discuss all that stuff. So just to keep the announcement channel.
Yeah. Thanks for the input.
Yeah, thanks. We actually have a channel right now called Cloud Native, where we thought this kind of discussion would happen, but it sort of happens two places. I guess that's the problem.
Should we rename to discussions or something like that? Would that be easier? I think we should try that. We can just try it and see how it works. And then, okay, I think we decide that.
And just mention in the announcements channel that this channel is only for the announcements. For the discussions, you should go to the discussions channel.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, that's a decision we make right now. Awesome. So the next point on the agenda is KubeCon Amsterdam. And yeah, we'll see how it goes with hopefully Monday, there's going to be a formal announcement from the CNCF regarding what's going to happen. But as it is right now, everything is going forward. And that also means that our community gathering that I posted in the what's it called, Cloud KubeCon KCCNCEU 2020 channel, is that we will meet up on Monday at a place called Tapsoid, which looks pretty cool. At least they have a lot of beer, so if you like beer, you'll be pleased to join that. There's a sign-up form in there if you didn't sign up for the t-shirts. So if you plan on attending, please sign up on that, so we know roughly how many people will be able to join. From the t-shirt sign-up, we are already 42 people signed up, so it's going to be quite a big community gathering, hopefully, if everything works out with the coronavirus and all that. And I don't think there's much more to add to this. Then we have the KCD Nordics update. We decided yesterday that we will postpone. So the original idea was to create a conference in October in Stockholm, but because of the recent escalation with the coronavirus and all of that, we didn't feel that we could sign anything right now, because we lock down some things in terms of that we have to pay 50% for the venue and stuff like that up front, and we cannot take on that risk right now. We don't have any money. It's a community-driven event, so we cannot do that right now. So we will meet back in a month's time to reassess the situation and see how everything is at this point, and make a decision on how we can go forward. If everything looks great, we will probably still see if we can make it to October, but otherwise we have February next year as sort of the next target for the conference. Do you have anything to add, Rasmus?
No, I think you said it.
Awesome.
We are currently on pause, you could say.
Yeah. Unfortunately, but we need to make sure that we don't end up in a situation where we owe the venue a lot of money, and we need to be able to ensure that we can get sponsors and stuff like that, which is quite important to run a conference.
How is the weather in Stockholm in February?
I have no idea. Hopefully there's going to be snow, maybe. I don't know.
Perfect.
I think everyone here right now in this call is from Denmark, so we don't have anyone from Stockholm right now. But it's probably going to be cold, I can say that.
Perfect. That works. even with snow, it will be the real Nordics conference, so that was the wise move.
Yeah. So that's just how it is. We cannot take on the risk right now, unfortunately.
That's the wise move. So multiple companies and multiple conferences being canceled these days. So
yeah. And we haven't signed anything yet, so we were sort of on. We need to sign this now, or we need to cancel this now. So yeah.
Edwin and I wrote all the sponsors, and they were very understanding around the situation. And Microsoft, Dell EMC, and those big guys actually told me that they are canceling internal events as well. So it is just what is going on right now. So they really understand, and they hope we get it to work for October. But if it's in 2021, it's fine for them as well. They want to be there, and they want to pay for a sponsor tier. So that's pretty cool, at least.
Yeah, we have a lot of.
Also, they're probably the different budget for the next year for some companies, so it's also good for planning.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, but now we have a lot of stuff already done, so we have everything in place, so we can just press the replay button and set a new date and move forward whenever the situation becomes better. All right, then Jesper added a topic on the list: use Cloud Native Nordic meetup names for events outside that location. Can you?
Yes. So, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. So I was wondering that we have Cloud Native Nordics are in almost Copenhagen, Aarhus, and Aalborg. So I'm from Fyn and go to work in Kolding, and there isn't a lot happening in the south end of Denmark. So was it a possibility to use the Aarhus Cloud Native Nordic meetup to create a talk in, for example, Kolding, instead of we having to create a entire new meetup channel and get people onto it. I don't know. I know that Aarhus has been on Legoland in Billund, but I want to hear out what what thoughts are about it.
Yeah, so we made some trips. First of all, we have gone to Billund in Lego, and we have actually also gone up to Alland in Aalborg to visit them. For the Lego trips, we had full house. Ihor was that one. For the Aalborg trip, we only had 10 guys going to Aalborg. So I think the people don't want to move from their lovely city Aarhus very much, unless that you have Lego bricks or something like that. In regards to the question, I actually think it would be awesome if you could start a meetup in Fyn or Kolding or something like that, because there is definitely sort of a black spot down there where there's not happening much meetups at all, from what I can see.
Yeah,
and
they
I
have.
Think you are from one of the big companies down there, right? So, yeah.
Yeah, I can also add, like from the CNCF standpoint, it's also kind of like the bad practice. So it's fine to do it like in one-off. Like if you're moving to Billund or
like to some different city, like as a one-day trip, one-time trip. But if you are going to bootstrap the local community somewhere, even if you have concerns about the number of people who will sign up and commit for participating in the community, that will be still the dedicated community for that specific region. So I would suggest you to get started with the new group. I'm pretty sure that multiple folks from the Nordics community, from the whole Nordics community, will be happy to help you with like speaking and all the similar stuff. But it's not really convenient to have location A de facto located in location B.
True.
From the different standpoints.
Yeah, we will be happy to help out. So we helped Alan kick off the Aalborg group, and we have been sort of helping him with speakers, and now he's on his own feet and doing a great job up there with a nice momentum. So we would be pleased to help with anything that you need. We could, if you're interested in just doing a one-off, we could probably discuss that and see how we could do that. But as Rasmus said, it's kind of hard to get people to leave the city. I was really expecting a lot of people to go to Aalborg because it was a nice program. It was part of the Nordics tour, 2 great speakers from abroad, but only 10 people joined that tour. So it's kind of hard to get people out of the city, even though there's free transport and all that.
Yeah, but I would like to add that we can also help get you into contact with some of the people that actually live around Kolding, for example, or live around Odense, because we have some. TV2 is very big in Odense, for example, it seems. So it would make sense to talk with them about, could you help each other or something, make a meetup happen.
Yes, right now in Odense, they started a group called Cloud Club, which TV2, the Martin, one of the guys, the SRE from there, he's helped them out. I have a difficulty finding out if Cloud Club is a part of the Cloud Native Nordics or they're separate.
They are completely separate. We haven't been in contact with them, but it would probably be a good idea to reach out and ask if they're interested in joining the broader community of Cloud Native, if that's their focus. So that would, if you know who's running it, and please put us in contact with them. We can try to reach out. No problem at all.
Otherwise, Kolding is actually pretty neatly placed in relation to Sønderborg and Åbenborg, Haderslev, and Odense. So it's actually a pretty nice spot.
Yeah, exactly. So it's when you are in Odense, the nearest part I've been going to is Copenhagen. So it could be nice to have the Cloud Native Nordics in the south of Denmark.
Sure, we just need some people that are sort of passionate about it as well, and wants to create meetups. Because as it is right now, it's very local driven. All the different groups are local, and they're just part of this bigger, broader community where we try to help each other. But all stuff is happening local. It's up to the passionate people that are in the local destinations that are doing all the hard work on setting up the different meetups. It's not sort of a central thing. We try to create these road shows or Nordic tours or whatever we call them, just to have a couple of speakers going on a tour and make it easier for some of the local groups to have a meetup if it fits with whatever schedule they have. But it's a big community driven thing that we try to help you out with. Just help each other out as much as possible. But everything starts with a local team. Cool. So if you're interested in starting Cloud Native Kolding, go ahead and create the meetup group and get going. We will be glad to come down and help with speakers and get you started.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm sure Alan would like to help you as well. He's the guy that newestly set up a meetup, but he has run it for some time now, and he knows what's up and down. So he's a good guy to talk with.
Cool.
He also wrote
Next
the getting
agenda
started.
point.
Yeah, just a final note. There's a getting started note on the in the docs folder in the meetups repo that Alan and Jessica wrote. There's a lot of information in there on how to get started, what to do, and how to do it. So that would be a good place to start out as well.
Cool.
Or we can schedule, you know, like a paired session over, I don't know, Hangout or whatever, and just do it.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Awesome. Then Alan, you have an agenda item.
Yeah, I'll just say that Corona also actually, or at least the fear of Corona has hit the northern part of this country as well. So we have arranged, and that's why I call it info. So there's an arrangement that on the doors to the meetup tonight, there's an announcement for people who, you know, according to the foreign minister, has been in touch with other people or coming from areas with, you know, the contaminated areas that they need to return and go home. And if you're not, you're allowed to enter the room. I will be presenting some slides, you know, urging people not to hug and, you know, have physical contact in order to, you know, still leverage the idea of the meetup, but you know, to keep the risk as small as possible. And this is actually initiated by this evening hosts because they have a policy on this area. So just to mention, maybe some of you other guys want to do something similar.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, thanks for the info. It makes a lot of sense to to put these guidelines up and help sort of contaminate or sort of, you know, limit the risk of this. Cool. Do we have anything else on your agenda? Anybody has anything they want to bring up?
Just wanted to mention that we have a hack night in the name of CNCF at Subio in Aalborg in April, which is probably going to be announced either later tonight or during the weekend. And I know some of the topics will be moving from Swarm to Kubernetes. Others will be, you know, playing around with your own stuff on your laptop, well, investigating different types of local Kubernetes setups like Kind or MicroKDs or whatever, and other topics will be there as well. I'm probably going to do like an open space for people to you know, place their ideas, and we'll see what topics are chosen for that. And if you're around or have the desire to spend the night in Aalborg, please do so. You're welcome.
Cool. Yeah, we actually had a funny sort of experience with the current meetup that we have scheduled for, what is it, in a month, week time or something like that, with the open space discussions. And we only have like 10 people signed up right now, which is, we usually see 50, 60 people signing up on day 1 and day 2. And now we only have 10. So I also wrote this in the organizer channel. How can we sort of address this? Because I think a lot of people are scared of actually participating, and that's why they are not signing up. I tried to send out a sort of a message saying that you don't have to participate. You don't have to actively go up to the stage and present your idea. You can just join and be part of this and just listen in if that's what you want to. But it's just kind of interesting to see that this kind of event is scaring a lot of people away. Yeah, just wanted to mention that, and if you have any input, please share them. But I think Jessica,
I might not mention it then. Yeah. I might not mention it. Just say what the topics are, and you can take your own topic with you.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it'll come as a big surprise.
We have to all have to participate now. So it's it was kind of a strange, funny sort of experience to actually see this, but we'll see how it goes. It's if we are 10, it's fine. We'll just discuss 10 people instead of 20 or whatever. It's fine. It's gonna be fun anyway. Cool. Then I don't think we have anything else on the agenda, unless you have a final note or something. Nope. Or maybe.
So we are a few people from Snyder that has accepted to have a T-shirt and will not participate in KubeCon. Should we just write to you that we will not be coming?
That's please do that. That would be nice. Just to know, I can mark you on the list that I have. I don't know if I'm gonna be there or not. It really depends on how the situation evolves, but and whether or not I'm gonna be able to actually get my hands on the T-shirts, because they're gonna be sent directly to KubeCon this time. Normally I receive them before, and I bring them with me myself, so I'm not sure if I even gonna get my hands on the T-shirt this time. So yeah, if you are not coming, please just write it to me and I can take you off the list.
Cool.
All right, I guess that's it for today's monthly hangout. So thank you for stopping by and actually putting stuff on the agenda while we were talking. That's awesome. And I think the next time, I don't know, it's the first Wednesday next month. You'll probably see the invite. But yeah, see you, and thank you.
Yeah, see ya.
Thank you.